Are cruise ship loyalty programs really worth it? Join us as we dive deep into whether the loyalty rewards are treasure or trickery. In this video, we'll explore the world of cruise loyalty programs and analyze their true value. We'll break down the promises made by popular cruise lines and assess the tangible benefits you can actually enjoy. By the end, you'll know whether these rewards transform your cruise experience into a treasure trove or if they're merely just smoke and mirrors at sea. I'm going to share an insider tip on how to maximize your loyalty rewards and ensure you're getting every ounce of value from your cruise adventures. Make sure you stick around to the end. So the basics, points accumulation. Pretty much all loyalty programs, cruise line loyalty programs are free. They don't charge you to join them. Basically, if you step foot on a ship, you join the rewards program. And for the most part, one night at sea equals 1 point. You accumulate points. The more points you have, the higher level you get in their loyalty program, the more perks you're supposed to get. Now, like I said, in general, it's 1 night at sea or 1 night on board equals 1 point. Now, there are times that you can double up, triple up, quadruple up, depending upon what's going on. If you get a suite on board most of the cruise ships, you'll get 2 points per night. Now, every once in a great while, they'll offer double points or quadruple points for specific cruises and at specific times under specific, conditions. But in general, it's 1 for 1. Okay. In the beginning, meaning arguably less than 50 to 75 points, you're not going to get a whole lot. You might get an early booking incentive. You might get an exclusive, preview sale. You might get a complimentary welcome package. But in general, you got to be at a certain level to really start seeing any significant perks. Now, once you get like what they call mid-tier, which is, say, 30, 40 points up to 75 to 100 points, depending upon the program. Now you're starting to see a little bit. You get priority boarding, you get priority disembarkation, you get a cocktail party just for people, of that tier and above. Potentially you get a little bit of a discount on future cruise bookings. But to me, the only tier that's really worth anything of tangible value to me is once you get Diamond Plus, I can't even remember, but basically once you get above roughly 100 nights at sea, okay, that's when you start to see differences. Some of the cruise ships have exclusive bars that are only for people that are X tier and above. They have complimentary upgrades, cabin upgrades. So, you can buy an interior and get upgraded to an ocean view. Buy an ocean view, get a cabin or a balcony, things like that. Once you get that level, you get free drinks per day, pre-alcoholic drinks. Not unlimited, but, you get 2 drinks, 4 drinks a day, maybe 6 drinks a day, depending upon the cruise line. There are concierge services that are available to those top tier members. Some of the cruise lines have exclusive phone numbers for those members to contact the cruise line, either to book a cruise or, talk to somebody about, excursions or whatever. The higher you are tier-wise, the more discount you get on future cruises and on board services. Arguably, some of the cruise lines, once you hit that 100-night level, whatever they call it, you can get a free cruise, free interior room, like once every couple of years or whatever. Once you get, 200 nights, 300 nights, they'll, basically give you a free cruise every year. You do get discounts on future cruises. You do get discounts on onboard services, spas, and especially dining, that kind of thing. You get extra onboard credit depending, on the cruise and the cruise line. Curious how one loyalty perk might just redefine comfort on board? The next one on our list could change your game. I mentioned this earlier, but I want to talk about it a little bit more depth. Exclusives, lounges, and areas. So members only lounges that are pretty cool. Pretty nice, actually. You have to be Diamond or Pinnacle or Commodore or whatever they call it. You can go in and get free drinks, free food. Some cruise lines have private sun decks that are just for the top tier members. I like this one. To me, this is a perk that's worthwhile. Now, unfortunately, for those that are loyal to Royal, they've had to change the access level on their Crown and Anchor Lounge. Used to be the Diamond Lounge, now it's Crown and Anchor Lounge, because they've got too many Diamond members. Their tier at I think it's 75 nights is Diamond, then Diamond Plus, and then Pinnacle. And then I think there might even be one after that. But it used to be if you were Diamond, you could get into this lounge unlimited. Whenever it was open, you could go in. Now, Diamonds, it depends on the ship and the capacity, blah, blah, blah. But, arguably Diamonds can go into the Diamond Lounge or into Crown and Anchor Lounge anytime except for 5 to 7 p.m. because there's just too many Diamond and above people on the ship. They don't have room. So they've kind of had to change and tweak that perk. Specialty dining experiences, again, once you get into that mid and upper tier, you can get complimentary meals at certain specialty restaurants at certain times. They'll invite you to, unique culinary events like, guest chef appearances, things like that. So there are some benefits to that. Again, talked about this briefly earlier, onboard credit. The more times you cruised on a particular cruise line, the more onboard credit you're given. Okay, $50, $100, $200, things like that. Again, you can use them for drinks, excursions, onboard activities, anything on board. There are some secret, I don't want to call them secret, but there are some unadvertised perks, and they're not always talked about, and they're not always consistent. But I'm going to mention, a couple of them here. Advanced shore excursion booking. So you make it to 75 nights, 100 nights, you get to the exclusive tier, this, that, or the other thing. You get the opportunity at times to book your shore excursions 15, 30 days, 45 days in advance of the general public, which is cool if there's a, very popular excursion that you want to do and there's only 8 seats available or 20 seats or whatever it is. So that's a nice little perk, being able to book your specialty dining, again, before the general public. Exclusive performances or unlisted events that are only for Diamond and above or Pinnacle and above or whatever. They don't happen on every single cruise or every single sailing, but they do happen often enough to keep your ear out for things. Stay with us. We're going to uncover a hidden trick used by some of the seasoned cruisers I've talked with to turn a basic tier into a little bit more of a premium experience. So let's talk about cost versus reward, balancing them. Is it worth it? Is being loyal to a cruise line worth it? Are you receiving enough value for that repeated patronage? Well, that's a personal decision. My wife and I have not hit top tier. I'll be honest with you, we have not hit top tier in any of the cruise lines, but that's because we don't just sail on one cruise line. When we can, we sail on Royal because we really like Royal and we always have a good time, and we know we're always going to have a good time on Royal. We do experience other cruise lines, 1, to see what else is out there, 2, because there are some destinations we want to try that Royal doesn't go to at the time we need to go there, and 3, because I'm a travel agent, and how can I advise my clients about the cool things about NCL or Princess if I've never been on NCL or Princess. Now, having said that, if Royal, Carnival, Princess, Celebrity, if they have the ships that you like to the destinations that you want to go to at the times that you want to go and in a budget that you are willing to spend, I don't see any problem, any reason not to be loyal. One suggestion would be to be loyal to a cruise company, at least. So, as an example, Royal Caribbean owns Celebrity and I don't remember, a couple other cruise lines. Sometimes, actually for a while, if you had a certain status on Royal, they'll match it on Celebrity because they're owned by the same parent company, and vice versa. Carnival owns Carnival and Princess and Holland America, and I believe Costa. Maybe that's how you do it. Maybe you stay loyal to a company, not necessarily one cruise line. That way, when they do match tiers, you can take advantage of it. It's up to you. Personally, we're not going to limit ourselves to just the one cruise line. There's just too many places we want to see and things we want to do, and we want to experience all of them. I want to know what Azamara is like and what MSC is like and Costa and some of the European lines that don't come over here all that much. I want to explore, but it's up to you. Think that through and, figure it out for yourself. So now we've sifted through the royalty dust for gold. If you're loyal to Royal, let's uncover CocoCay's treasures that cost nothing. We're going to take a deep dive here.